What happened to singer Sean Kingston? Between 2005 to 2010, many new artists came out of nowhere and went straight to the top of the charts. This was a time when today's biggest stars weren't even on the map yet. One of the most promising musicians of this era was a young boy named Sean Kingston. His breakout single Beautiful Girls became #1 in 22 countries, and every magazine was calling him the next big thing. But then the 2010s rolled around and the budding stars he was once collaborating with became the new sensation, and Sean went out of the limelight just as quick as he came. Hello everyone, and welcome to True Celebrity Stories. Are you also wondering where did Sean Kingston go since releasing Eeny Meeny? Fret not, today we will discuss what went wrong in Sean Kingston's career. Before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, and share. Also, subscribe and hit the bell icon so you'll never miss any updates. Rough childhood. Kisean Paul Anderson, also known as Sean Kingston, was born on 3rd February 1990 in Florida. Sean didn't have a very good childhood due to poverty. His family moved to Jamaica when he was 6 and they stayed there for 3 years. When they lived in houses, it was situated in extremely poor neighborhoods, and there were some times when his family wasn't even able to afford any housing, then they lived in a bus. For a brief period, Sean even got mixed with the wrong crowd, and he got arrested for some peddling. When Kingston was 15, he saw his mother and sister getting arrested. These harsh experiences helped him figure his inner artist. Though he wasn't new to the music business, his grandfather, Lawrence Lindo, also known as Jack Ruby, was a Jamaican reggae producer. Myspace Discovery. Before the era of Facebook, YouTube, and SoundCloud, people had their accounts on MySpace. Today, every app has a different purpose to serve, but at that time, MySpace was the all-in-one social network. It was all the rage, and blowing up on it meant something huge. Kingston started sharing his music on MySpace, where he went viral. People started adding his songs to their profiles, and he was getting recognition for his talent. One of his songs caught producer Tommy Rotten's eyes. He then signed him to Beluga Heights Records in partnership with Sony. The record label's most popular artist due to date is Jason Derulo. When Beluga Heights Records signed Sean, he was just a rapper. And at that time, rap wasn't booming as much as it is now. So they decided to get him to be more melodic so that he could adjust well into more pop and club songs. Instant fame and touring. In 2007, Kingston released Beautiful Girls, and the song catapulted him into a superstar. It became such a massive hit that it topped the charts in many countries like the USA, UK, Canada, Ireland, New Zealand, Spain, Hungary, and many more. The song took inspiration from the classic Stand By Me, and it worked well. This song gave Kingston his golden ticket to Hollywood. He was being seen everywhere. Magazines wanted to interview him, and channels wanted him to perform at their reality shows. Another big opportunity that came with having a #1 song was to become an opening act for huge names in the game. Kingston opened for Gwen Stefani on her Sweet Escape tour, Kelly Clarkson's My December tour, and for Beyoncé also on her The Beyoncé Experience tour. Successful follow-ups. After a huge song and some amazing tours, Sean decided to hit the studio again to capitalize on his newfound fame. He released his album Tomorrow in 2009, and it was produced by the capable Red One and J.R. Rotem. He released 2 successful singles, Fire Burning and Face Drop. That same year, he also co-wrote one of the biggest hits of the year, Whatcha Say, with Jason Derulo. Just like he was discovered on MySpace, he also found the talent and brought Iaz's potential to notice. Another artist that Sean collaborated with around the same time became one of the biggest pop stars of his time. He recorded Eeny Meeny Miny Mo with Justin Bieber for his debut album, and the song became one of Bieber's early hits. This was a time where everything Sean was touching was turning into gold. He was releasing successful songs himself, but his collaborations were also becoming mega hits. But sadly, he didn't see the level of fame like the artists he featured with did, like Derulo and Justin. He had even recorded an entire mixtape with Justin called Our World. But after showing fans a few snippets of some songs, the album never got released. The reason behind this is unknown to this day. In a Billboard interview once, Sean described why he releases most of his songs in summer. Once a producer told him, "I feel like when people listen to Sean Kingston, it's summertime. It's spring break and the weather is nice. All you could think about is jet skis, boats, sipping a pina colada, just having a nice fun time. And that's the time for Sean Kingston, because he's in full effect. So I said, you know what? This summer, I want to come right. I want to come with new music. I want to come with a whole new approach." Rape allegation. In 2010, Sean's career came to a sudden halt when a woman named Carissa Capiloto accused him of gang raping her. She alleged that Sean invited her to his hotel room when she was there to attend a Justin Bieber concert. Carissa had told in the reports that she was high and drunk, so he took advantage of that. Kingston recorded his statement later on, telling that whatever happened was consensual. He didn't force himself on anyone. The case was dropped in 2010 as it was widely believed Carissa lacked evidence. This accusation was enough for Sean to drop his tour as people were initially enraged and there was a whole campaign against him to cancel his shows. In 2013, Carissa tried to reopen the case by stating that she has more proof now and she was suing Kingston for $5 million. Jet ski accident. In 2011, a rumor about Sean Kingston sent his fans into a shock. While death rumors have been an extremely common occurrence for celebrities, but this hoax didn't just start out of nowhere. There was an edited picture that made it seem like BBC broke the news of Sean's death. The fans got worried because it had been reported earlier that he got severely injured in a jet ski incident. The video made it seem like a professional news report covering everything about his accident and how after having an open heart surgery, he couldn't make it. The whole reality in the situation was that Kingston did have an accident and it indeed was a near-death experience. He was going 35 miles an hour, which was more than the recommended limit, and lost control of the vehicle when a huge tide came up. Because of this, he collided with a bridge and was then rushed to the nearest hospital. He also did need an open heart surgery, but luckily enough, he made it out alive. To this day, he feels shaken up by the whole incident and thanks to his lucky stars every day. He told in an interview he believes that this is his new life. What the accident basically taught me is, in life, you have to count your blessings. You just gotta keep God present at all times and think about the consequences. For a while after the accident, he stayed out of the limelight. And then he came with his album, which he fittingly titled Back to Life. It has been 10 years since that awful accident, but still many people believe that Kingston is no more. This proves some rumors just don't die. Back to Life. After miraculously recovering from the jet ski accident, Sean released his second studio album, Back to Life. This was his way of thanking his fans for everything they have given him, and also he wanted to celebrate living life. Sadly, the album wasn't a commercial success and none of the songs created any impact on the charts. After this, Sean kept on releasing singles that no one heard, and there was recently a talk of him making an album with Migos, but that didn't materialize into anything. Sean's life in 2021. Today, Sean is not that big of a name as he once was. He did release his album Made in Jamaica in 2019, but like his previous album, it also wasn't a hit. He told why he specifically chose the name Made in Jamaica for his EP. Since I've been away from music for 3 or 4 years, I've been seeing a lot of people come in my lane, which is amazing. But a lot of people want to do the island thing. For me, I am from Jamaica. I lived in Jamaica. I actually started all the Jamaican crossover hits, so I think it was only right that I went back to my original sound, which was the Caribbean pop. It's still catchy. It still has a pop sound, but it's also very, very Jamaican, and that's very big to me. In the music landscape, a new core of artists that came after him has taken over the charts and created their strong fan bases. For some time now, Sean also hasn't taken that much interest in making the new music. He has only announced a few months ago about what has kept him busy all this time. He had been working towards creating his very own rappers boxing league. Sean has invested his $10 million and raised about $50 million to make this thing come to life. He said he took this initiative to eliminate the gun violence in the rappers community. He believed if two rappers have beef, they should fight it out in the ring and then move on with their lives. The viewers have yet to see the outcome of this as it's slated to start from July 2021. Every day, the list of rappers joining the fight is being updated. Some of those who were initially announced have already left as they said they weren't paid anything. Only time will tell how Kingston's this venture will end. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and hit that bell button to get the notifications. Also, don't forget to watch other videos on this channel that explores more topics like this.